Google Maps is huge, and they're in this space now, and there are more and more location-based apps launched all the time. How is HopStop fighting these behemoth competitors?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, in terms of what we do, which is get people from point A to point B through a combination of walking and mass transit directions, there's really only one other company that is doing that, and it's Google,
right,
through Google Transit. None of the other location-based services or companies that we're aware of are providing that user experience and that service. That said, Google's a big company, and we have a challenge ahead of us in terms of trying to differentiate ourselves versus the behemoth.
Here's one thing I've always wanted to know. How do you keep track of changes in the transit system?
Yeah, it's a great question. At the end of the day, we're a data company. Mm-hmm. We're a data aggregator and data normalizer. So we source data from the hundreds of different transit agencies throughout the country. We're now actually in 17 cities, not just New York. So within any one city, there's numerous transit agencies. I think in New York, there's over 30 different transit agencies, not just the MTA. So we need to make sure that we are sourcing the most current and accurate data from them, and are staying on top of any changes that are happening in real time out on the railways and on the roadways, which we do that through both structured data feeds as well as unstructured data feeds.
So you get regular updates from
So we do get regular updates from the transit agencies, but then we have to make sense of those updates and ingest them into our routing engine, and then make sure that what's most important, the end user sees those updates and gets rerouted in real time based on what's happening out there on the tracks.
So you make your money from advertising?
We are largely ad supported, but we also have business service revenue as well. Best way to think about that is our user experience embedded on other media and publisher sites to help their users get from point A to point B in the same way we help our users get from point A to point B.
Are you profitable?
We are currently profitable.
You look at Foursquare and Gowalla, and Facebook is going to have check-ins. What's your take on all this, and is it something that HopStop's going to look at as well?
So I think the growth in local, the growth in mobile, the growth in location-based services is great. It's a huge market. It's still somewhat untapped. It's still somewhat uncracked. And I think companies like Foursquare and Gowalla and HopStop are proving that helping people in their everyday lives, in their local communities, is very valuable. We do what we do well. Foursquare does what it does well. I can definitely see a relationship between those two companies in terms of the services that we each provide being married together, but all in good time.
How do you compete with Google Maps getting installed on every iPhone?
Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, Google is pervasively distributed on iPhones. That said, that's just one form of interfacing with your users from a mobile perspective. We not only have an iPhone app, we obviously have a WAP site, so a mobile-enabled site, and then we also power directions via SMS too. Any user can send us 2 addresses, from here to there via a text message, and we'll send them a text message back with the directions within 1 second. So there's multiple ways that you can interface with us, and we're not just looking at mobile and equating it with iPhone. We're looking at mobile and saying iPhone is one of the ways that you can consume information in a mobile environment, but there's many other ways as well.